All right, this one here is about when you don't play fair. This is about when you don't play fair. This goes on in the prison, out the prison, outside the prison, around the prison, or wherever you want to call it. But this one here is about when you don't play fair. So sit back, enjoy the ride. I'm going to take you on this little prison story. All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. Unique Mecca Audio, man. All right. Calm down. I'm here. Calm down. All right. This was about when you don't play fair. We got a dude out, in Cali. We out in Lum Park. No disrespect. Like I said, I told a story the other day when I got boop, in the head. To let you know, we all be on the bad end of something, man. So, nobody take this personal, because we ain't got time for feelings, because we wipe out with your feelings. Remember that. Now, I'm out in California. We got a dude out there from Atlanta. And, he a good dude. You know what I mean? Let me see. He brown skin, got a little curly hair, kind of thick, look real humble. He's not really a street dude. He got caught up for drugs back in the 90s, in the early 90s, right? So now he locked up. He doing his thing. He wound up in Lum Park. He messing with the Crips. You know what I mean? The Crips turn around, they giving him, little black tar heroin to sell, and he doing what he got to do. Out there, they sell little 3-gram balloons for like $500. You know what I mean? So that come up to like, $175 a gram, something like that, whatever it is. Y'all do the math, y'all correct me, you do the troll. You know what I mean? I always like to give y'all something to do a little trolling now. Now, we out there, dude hustling, he's selling the black tar heroin. He get the joint, and the dude only getting the joint for $500 for 3 grams. You know what I mean? He giving them each gram for $1,000. You know what I mean? So he trying to make $3,000 off his $500. So where that leave him room to make his money? You understand what I'm saying? We don't do that.
What? Mecca Audio?
Never at the Mecca. Now, so he out there, he doing his thing, and he's selling this heroin. He moving it a mile a minute. Dude's in their body because he getting his little money. But the dude that he giving it to him for, he giving it to $1,000 a gram. When he only paying $175 and not leaving him any room for him to really do what he got to do. And the object of selling drugs is to move it fast, the same way the object of telling the story is to move it fast to keep the person interested in listening. So if you think I'm talking a little fast, you're either listening real slow or you need to put the words on the screen or rewind this joint. But anyway, let me go on with my story and do it the way I want to do it. So let me sit back. So now dude giving him the heroin, he doing what he got to do. He's selling the heroin. And every time he give it to him, not only is he give it to him for a high price, he continuously checking in on him like, yo, how much you got? How much you sold? What you got left? Let me see the papers. Let me see how big you made the papers. He all in there trying to micromanage dude how to hustle. Dude already in his body, but he all the way from out in Atlanta. Big shout out to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Atlanta. All right, relax. All right, so now he from all the way out in Atlanta, but he in Lum Park, so he ain't really got nobody hustling, sending him nothing. So we call that he has to hustle off the land. Hustling off the land is whether you go in the kitchen and steal a sandwich or you steal an onion or a green pepper and sell it. I even seen them selling napkins. You know what I mean? That's when I knew our people was hustlers. Dude was in, where was that? Coleman, Florida. You know what I mean? The penitentiary, selling kitchen napkins, man. Napkins is free. They give you napkins when you go in. You take as many as you want to put in your pocket. But dude was out there selling big things in napkins, and he was selling them for only 1 stamp, but he might sell 20, 30 of them a day, make a little 30 stamps. That's $1.50. That's $7.50. He put it on a ticket. He hit the ticket. He might wind up with a little 30 books. You know what I mean? 30 books, $5 a books, $150. So that's why he sell little napkins. But let me get back to my man. Dude, micromanaging dude. Every time you turn around, he want to see the paper. He want to see how much he got left. He want to count the papers. He want to count the stamps. And he do stuff like, dude might give him 10, 20 books. You know what I mean? And 20 stamps in a book. Dude give him 20 books and he want to sit there and take each book out the packet, count each one in front of him when he give it to him. Like if it's short a stamp, somebody might beat you and put 18 stamps in a book pack. You know what I mean? So this is what a book pack look like. You know what I mean? So they might put 18, 20 little stamps in one of these and they give it to you. And when they give it to you, he beat you for 2 stamps because you ain't counting all of them. But this dude he was giving the stamps to, he want to stop and count each one and tell him, yo, 2 books for short a stamp, 3 books for short 2 stamps. So therefore you owe me 7 stamps. dude, you're already charging me $1,000 a gram for something you're getting for $175. You're getting 3 of them for $500, and you charging me $1,000. You want to make $3,000, so you want to make $2,500 profit off of what you giving me. Pay attention now, because it's got to do with the moral of the story and the ending, how it plays out, just to show you how this go. So dude in his body, you know what I mean? Dude micromanage him all the way around, but you know, he ain't tripping because he got to eat off the land, so he do what he got to do. He make the papers even smaller so that he can make his little money. So a paper that might go for $25, now dude got to bust it in half and sell two 25s out of 125, which if other people got drugs, they're going to go to the other people because their papers is bigger. Y'all paying attention? Keep up, keep up.
Mecca what? Mecca audio.
This how we kick it at the Mecca. Now, so dude doing his thing, and he kind of in his body, like every time he turn around, a dude on his back, and you know what I mean? He trying to tell him how to hustle, who to hustle to, and he even, you know, let people come up to him and tell him, yo, I'm trying to get 2 papers from your Atlanta man, but you know what I mean? He trying to do this and that, you know? So he go to Atlanta, dude disrespect him and tell him, yo, why you ain't give it to him, woo, woo, woo. But he know if he gave it to him that all of a sudden he gonna turn around and he gonna tell him that you short, why you gave him a deal. But now he front like he had authorization to give him a deal. And this dude was just a cold pain in the ass to work with. You know what I mean? But dude wasn't tripping. So he sold a joint, he made his little money, stacked his little money. In the meantime, he waiting to be transferred. So now, while they going, they get dude get in the fight that's giving them the drugs. You know what I mean? The dude from Cali. Now, my man, even though he treating them bad, he is feeding them. So now he's obligated to rock and roll with him. Because, you know, you eat together, you fight together, you die together. Like you go to the club together, you leave together. Ladies, you already know. You know, you go somewhere together, y'all leave together. So all that about you found Unique and Unique trying to take you to the hotel and he got big money and this and that. You know what I mean? I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, girl. No, we don't do that. We leave together. When we go back to our destination, you call Unique, you have Unique pick you up, so therefore we know you dropped her off to where you going. So y'all pay attention to how this go. Because I had to teach the same lesson to my son. I come out of jail, I go out with my son and his mother. We go to a spot in Brooklyn. We go do something over there. I'm talking about we in one of the worst parts of Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So we over there. Now when it's time to leave, you know, everybody, you know, shook hands or whatever. So I'm talking to my man that I'm there with for a minute, and my son leaves. You know what I mean? So I go outside. I'm thinking my son outside when he left. So I go out front and he gone. You understand? So now I'm looking around like where he at. So I call him on the phone. I said, where you at? He said he get ready to get on the highway. I said, nah, make a U-turn. Come back, my nigga. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, but I'm at the highway. I said, come back, my nigga. You know what I mean? So when he came back, I said, yo, what if while you was at the highway, we walked out this building, somebody shot us, we got hit by a car, we got pulled over by the police, anything, but you all the way at the highway getting ready to leave. Now, you come here with us, you leave with us together. And not only that, you know I'm going to handle my own, so I, you know, it's cool you leaving me, but we still don't do that. But you don't leave your mother. You follow me? You don't leave your mother. That's your pride and joy. If I go somewhere with my mother, I'm not going to leave and tell my mother I'm going to meet you at home. You know what I mean? She going to get in her car. I'm going to get in my car. We're going to roll out the joint together. She going to make the turn to where the direction she's going in. When she pulls off and I know she's safe going where she's going, now I can pull off to go where I'm going. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go somewhere and me and my mother go together to the mall and I leave my mother in the mall. I know y'all do that, but nah, that ain't cool. Because now what if it's a shooting happening in the mall and you left your mother behind the mall and now you got to sit there and wonder, damn, you know, mom got shot and I could have been there. You understand what I'm saying? But I wasn't there. So now you got the guilt of that you abandoned your mother in the mall. You understand? So that's the way I felt about my son leaving, you know, me and his mother. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I go out with the homies, we don't do none of that. Like I'm in Florida. When I went down in the Florida trip, I bring a dude down there with me. You know what I mean? That's doing some work with us. So now when he come down there and we driving, the convoy behind us said, all right, you from down here in Miami, you always move around, so you know where you're going. We're going to follow you, take us to the club. So we get in the car, we get ready to go to the club, but I'm not driving. I'm in the passenger seat. My man driving, so my man get in the car, and all of a sudden, he just pulls off. He don't even look back for nobody else. So now when I look back, I don't see nobody behind us. So the homies call and say, yo, where you at? And I'm like, yo, where y'all at? Ain't you behind me? They said, nah, we don't even see you. Like, what do you mean you don't see me? You know what I mean? So now I look back, so I asked the driver, I said, yo, you ain't see them behind you? He said, who? I said, the convoy that was following us. He said, oh, nah, they got caught at the lights. I said, so if they got caught at the light, why you didn't pull over and wait for them? You know what I mean? Through the light. because we all going together. You know what I mean? So now what if something happened to them and we way up here? Or what if something happened to us and they way back there? How they gonna protect us if they back there? How we gonna protect them if we way up here? You understand where I'm going with this? I'm giving y'all all types of jewels and gems. So y'all get out your pen and paper and you write it down and you take notes, because this is what we gotta do. All right? This is how we do it to Mecca. All right?
Mecca audio.
So now, you know that we got that lesson, let's go back to the prison. So now we in the prison, and dude micromanaging, dude, he always on him. That's just like on the street. Let me take it back to the street. I'm bouncing, so y'all just sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm like your old uncle giving you all types of jewels, and we're gonna make this work, all right? So now we on the street, and a dude giving you, you know, a ounce of coke that he getting for $500 for $2,000. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you're supposed to work lawyer with your man. But once a man give you, you know, when he rob you and he show you who he is, then all bets is off as far as playing fair. So if a dude giving you an ounce that costs $500 and he turn around and he's selling it, he wants you to sell it for $2,000, because that's what he's charging you. So now you got to sell it for $2,500 to make a little $500, because you're giving him $1,500 more than what it's worth. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whatever happened to the double up? You know what I mean? Charge me $1,000 for the gram, but not $2,000. It's like you got me triple hustling, but it ain't no thing. Now, when that happened, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was raised over in Brooklyn, Crown Heights with the Gully Posse. Big shout out to, you know, Chinaman, Donnie Barnes, Tony Tough, you know, Teeny Bop, you understand? And all the big man them from over there, you know what I mean? Kirky, you know what I mean? Pepper, you know? Them man, they raised me. When man play fair with you, you play fair with him. When he don't play fair no more, that means all bets is off. So I'm giving y'all the game, giving y'all the rules. So that's why I say don't get involved in the street so you ain't got to play by these rules. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get involved in the streets. That's not what this is about. This is not about bragging. This is not about none of that. This is just to let you know that, you know what I mean? It ain't worth it, but there's rules to this. If you sit down and you make a deal with somebody, you're going to sell drugs for him, he give you the pack, but he charging you too much. Now all bets is off, so whatever you do to him, he deserve. You know what I mean? So that's where dudes normally get robbed. You know what I mean? That's where dudes get robbed, and dudes make up the story, yo, the police came, I had to throw it. You know what I mean? Police came, I had to run and leave it. You understand what I'm saying? I forgot it in my pants pocket, and my girl washed my clothes. You know, all types of sob story. All that come from you trying to get over, because now he trying to find a way to make an extra dollar. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to give you one. I'm with my homie, and I just sell a little, you know, 5 keys. You know, $20,000 a piece. You know what I mean? So I made a little $100,000. So I take the $100,000, throw it in the back seat. Me and my man drive. We're going back to the spot. So on the way back to the spot, you know what I mean? We pull over in the back block. You know what I mean? Now, being that, you know me, I'm busting 2 corners. I'm in the European whip. The money busts out the bag and it flies all over the floor and all over the seat. So now we got to take all the money, put it back in the bag in order to take it back in the joint, because it done fell out of the bag. So as we pulling the drugs out the bag, my man's sitting there, and I see him fumbling under the seat. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at him fumbling, like, you know? So when I look down, I see him pushing some money under the seat. You know what I mean? He trying to stash for me to come back, you know? So I played it off. I counted the money, got all the money out of there. Then we go upstairs in the car to the apartment. And I said, yo, you know, what, I'm not paying you enough? You know, you think I'm underpaying you or something? He said, nah, you ain't underpaying me. I said, nah, I mean, for real, if you feel I'm underpaying you, you feel you deserve more, let me know, you know? So dude is like, nah, everything good. I said, you sure? I said, okay, I'm going to tell you what, man. I'm going to give you a chance right now to save your life. His eyes bust out. He said, huh? I take the gun out, I put it on the table. I said, look, I'm going to give you a chance to save your life. You know what I mean? You count that money in the bag, and that's supposed to be $100,000. You know what I mean? So you count that money, and if that money's short, and whatever short you don't come up with, I'm going to take care of you right now. I don't want to say the word because it's YouTube. You know what I mean? So I said, so I'm going to give you a chance right now to make it right. You know what I mean? We put $100,000 in the car. We took all the money out the car, right? He said, yeah, Unique, we took it out of the car. I said, all right, so now I'm going to ask you again. You know, when I count this money, if this money is less than that 100,000, because me and you both counted 100 stacks while we were sitting there with homie, and we both put in the car. Nobody been in the car but us, so it should be 100 stacks there, right? He said, yeah, it's 100 stacks. I said, all right, well, I'm telling you now, if it's short anything, boop, I'm going to take care of you, and I ain't talking about hitting in the head with no goddamn lock. You know what I mean? So I said, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a blunt and give you time to think about, you know, how much you think about your life right now. You know what I mean? because you're gonna count that money in front of me, and that better be 100 stacks. You know? He said, nah, hold on, let me go to the store, go get us a couple of Coronas. You know what I mean? I said, I gotta do what you gotta do. So now he go out to go get the Coronas. So when he get the Coronas, I got my other joint right here. You know what I mean? But I got the joint on the table that I left to let him know that's the one that I'm gonna take care of my business with him with for him playing unfair. So I got the joint here in case he go to the store and he come back and he try something while the joint on the table, him thinking that's the only joint. I got my joint on my hip that's the one I'm gonna take care of my business with. You know what I mean? That's my little insurance plan. So now he go downstairs to go get the Coronas. He come back with the Coronas. So when he come back with the Coronas, he said, yo, I looked in the car and I found these under the seat. $2,000. $2,000 stacks was under the seat. I said, oh, you found it under the seat? He said, yeah. So he put it down there and I tell him like this, right? I said, look, so that money is right now. So now if we count that money and it's not right, I got every right to shoot you in your face. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, I never steal from you. I never steal from you. I said, all right, we got to count the money. So now he count the money. So when he count the money, I said, okay, where the 2 stacks you got out the car? He said, it's right here. I said, all right, well, pull that aside. He said, all right. He said, now what? I said, okay, now look. Obviously, you feel like I'm not giving you enough. You know what I mean? He said, nah, Angel, you ain't giving me enough. It's just, my girlfriend, she pressing me because she feel I'm giving too much money to my kid's mother, and she getting kind of expensive. I said, oh, so you'll rob me to feed your girlfriend. You know what I mean? He said, nah, it wasn't like robbing. I figured you wouldn't have missed it. It was only $2,000. I said, nah, you're right. You know what I mean? But I want you to know that if you ever need anything, feel free to come to me. Because anything you need, I'm going to give it to you. Like that $2,000. Take that $2,000. But we're going to make an arrangement right now. From now on, you know what I mean? If you ever attempt to take anything from me, we won't be having this conversation, and your family members will be wearing a nice shiny black suit. You know what I mean? So long as you got this understanding that that's your past, you know what I mean? Take the $2,000, take care of your girlfriend, but don't let your girlfriend put too much pressure on you. That's why I don't deal with dudes that got girlfriends. You know what I mean? Meaning you can screw girl whatever you want. What I'm saying, when you talk about you in love and you in a relationship, I don't need you working for me because then bullshit like this come up. Being that he was in a relationship with his baby mother, got like 5 kids for him. He feeding her, taking care of fish, being a good man, but he got this pretty little caramel complexion with natural blonde hair. You know what I mean? Blonde eyebrows. So she was blonde down there too. You know what I mean? So she was turning him out. I guess she tasted real good on his tongue and he felt like that was worth him robbing me to pay for the taste on his tongue. But we don't do that. Not
Mecca what? Mecca audio.
At the Mecca. Now after we had that talk, he fully understood. So now anytime we went out, I always told him when we came back, is that money right? He said, Unique, on my life it's right. I said, you right, it's on your life. It better be right. You know what I mean? But that's how it go. You know what I mean? When a dude steal from you, you can do what you want to do to him. When a dude try and play you and overcharge you and all that, that's where it open the door for bull crap. That's why I deal fair. That's why I never had a problem with nobody because I always deal fair. So now let's go back to this kid from Atlanta. Bounce with me. Let me do what I'm doing, man. This and that. I'm rambling. I'm doing me. You know what I mean? And you enjoying you. Hit that like button and hit the emoji. Hit the like button and hit the emoji. Now, we're going to go back and cop the book of Roy and Harlem. Now, we're going to go back to Lund Park. So now we're in Lund Park with dude charging them, you know what I mean? All that money for the joint. So he ain't making nothing. You understand? He charging them $1,000 for a gram. He paying $175 for. I like, come on, my nigga. You know what I mean? So now as he's, hustling, doing his thing, like I said, he got his transfer in. So while he got his transfer in, he doing his thing. And everybody's like, man, that kid from Atlanta, he be hustling, man. But he be making the people small, though, But he got to make them small in order to make his money. Just like if a dude not paying you, that's why I went to the street with. If a dude not paying you enough, now you got to steal from him to pay, to make some money because he's not willingly giving you what you feel you deserve and what you need to survive. You understand what I'm saying? That's like they got you working at UPS and you working at UPS or Amazon or, Home Depot, Best Buy, wherever. You working in there now, you go there working and they want to give you, just the minimum wage, but they got you working overtime, stocking boxes, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. So now that's a right for anything you can get over on with our street mentality. This is not civilian mentality, so don't get the two cross. I'm just telling you about this world so that youngins know, don't get involved with it, that it's not worth it. So now you got every right, you know what I mean, to have somebody come to the store if you work at the front door and let them walk out with a big TV and they hit you off with $100 for your pocket, because now you got to make it for the money that you wasn't making because they underpaying you and you busting your butt. You follow what I'm saying? Y'all keeping up with this? I hope y'all understand where I'm going with all this. So now, the Atlanta dude, he up in the joint, right? I'm gonna speed this up, get to wrap this up so we can get where we gotta go. So the Atlanta dude, he doing his thing, he's selling the drugs, blah, 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 blah. So the dude give him the drugs, and the night before, he give him a fresh 3 grams. You understand? And tell him give him back 3,000. That's what he been giving him. So for $3,000, you know, he sell it, he might make, you know, 3,500, 3,700. So he making 700, and this dude is making like $2,775, you know, 25, because he only paying like $175 for it. So he make about $2,700 profit, and he only making $700, but he's the one doing the work, taking the chances, holding the drugs and everything. So now he felt like it's time. Pay attention. That's why I went to the street, went here, so y'all keep up. I hope I didn't lose y'all with this old wisdom that I'm giving y'all. So that's what opened the door for him to want to, you know, make extra money. So now you give him a fresh 3 grams. So the next morning, you know what I mean? I tell you, micromanage him. The next morning, the dude run to the dude's cell, and he's like, "Yo, what's up? Anybody seen that? You know, my Atlanta homie?" And they like, "Nah, I ain't even see him when they opened the door for breakfast." You know what I mean? But he had, you know, in Long Park, the doors slide out because the police got to open it from a center control. So it slide out, and in the morning, we'll put a sheet up with 2 hooks on the side so that we could cover up the cell because the door is no longer there because they don't open the doors, so that we can still, you know, lay down, rest, smoke weed, whatever we want to do, read in privacy without looking at people walking back and forth on the cell. So he got the towel up. He got the blanket up, blocking the whole door, so everybody think that he in there just chilling out. Might be taking a dump or whatever. So dude's calling him, he ain't answering. You know what I mean? Yo, ATL, he ain't answering. So now, dude that owned the thing, he said, "Nah, man, screw that." So he busts in the room. So when he busts in the room, there's nothing in the room except everything is gone. Everything is gone. ATL gone, his little property gone, his cosmetics gone, his sweatsuits gone, his sneakers gone, the cell is empty, except one thing. What do you think was there? What do you think was left in that room? Put it in the comments. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you because we ain't got time to wait because it's a pre-recorded joint, so it's not like it's live. So now, only thing was there was a jar of Vaseline. Only thing there was a jar of Vaseline. Now, y'all tell me why you think that Vaseline was there. Put that in the comments. You know what I mean? Let me know if you right or wrong in the comments, you know what I mean, when I tell you what it is. So only thing was in the room was just a nice big jar of Vaseline. ATL gone, you know what I mean? The property gone. So that means the 3.5 grams gone. You understand what I'm saying? The 3 grams gone. So what it was is, you know what I mean? The Vaseline had a little piece of paper like this under it. You know what I mean? So the Vaseline, you know, I love my props. I should have bought the Vaseline. The Vaseline sitting on top of the paper like this with a note, you know, under the Vaseline. So dude takes the note and looks at the note, you know what I mean? And then he looks at the Vaseline. You know what I mean? Guess what was in the note? You got fucked. You know what I mean? And it was a big scoop of Vaseline missing out the middle. Boop. Dude just pulled out a big scoop of Vaseline out the big jar. Boop. You know what I mean? You know? And he left a note saying that you got fucked. So now, what happened is he took that Vaseline, you know what I mean? He wiped himself up with it. Boop. Stuffed the Vaseline and let dude know, yo, you got fucked, nigga. So, you know, dig of the Vaseline. You got beat. You know, because he been beating him. So he rolled out, you know what I mean, with 3 grams, being that he been playing him like a clown. You know what I mean? Come on. All right, come on. I hope y'all understand that. I hope y'all understand that. That's what happens when you don't play fair. Cop this hat, man. Make sure you get this hat. This is my man, you know, Al Rod of Jersey. He got the pro se hat. If y'all don't know what pro se mean, pro se is when you represent yourself in court. Pro se is when you represent yourself. Pro se. You understand what I'm saying? You represent yourself. Cop the hat, man. And he also got the joint. I ain't even got it over here 'cause I had the other day, you know, the Man Time hat. My man Al Raw at Instagram. It's on the AL space RAW at Instagram. Cop your Pro Say hat, cop your joints. You know what I mean? That's my jersey, homie, that, you know, I'll be looking out for. A good brother be boxing and all that. And, you know, we do what we got to do. That's how we help. So now, being that you got that in order, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not even going to sit here and beat you in the head. I'm just going to let y'all enjoy this. You know, hit the like button, hit the comment button, just put emoji in the comment. You know what I mean? They go to the book of Rowan Harlem, cop the book of Rowan Harlem, and you already know if you got it, show love to show support for the channel. You know, the Cash App is up there on the screen. $ Unique Mecca Hall. I don't care if it's $5, whatever. Show a little love the same way you go to the restaurant and give a tip. I went to Cheesecake Factory the other day. The service sucked, but I still gave him a tip. You know what I mean? The service sucked, but I still gave him a tip. You know what I mean? If you don't like these videos, don't even think about giving me a tip. I don't want nothing for nothing if I'm not entertaining you. But if I'm entertaining you, I think I deserve at least to get a tip. You know what I mean? So let me go, and I'm going to tap out right now and know that we in the house, and we are
Mecca what?
Mecca Audio. All right?
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located in Freeport on the Nautical Mile. Just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you come support our minority-owned business. We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What? Fresh out the can of 26,
Yeah.
He back on the strip, getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
What he mentions a gift.
Right.
You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom,
Facts.
came up from the bottom.
Facts.
Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit.
Yeah.
Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn.
Real.
Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio.
Mecca what? Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio.
And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like we gotta do it like
Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he tryna stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the road men.